Hello everyone, welcome to Infigon Talks. My name is Vaibhavi and I will be the host for today's interview. Infigon Talks is a part of Infigon Future's flagship program where mentors from various institutes motivate and inspire aspiring students across the country. And today, for this good cause, we have with us Ms. Savi Kamkani. She is currently pursuing her MBA from IIM Lucknow and is a BTech grad. Welcome to Infogon Talks. We are glad to have you here with us.
Thank you so much, Vaibhavi. It's an honor to be.
Amazing. So let's dive into the questions. So IIM is something which every MBA aspirant aims for. So tell us more about your journey and experience in IIM Lucknow so far.
Sure. So yes, IIM is definitely something that everybody dreams about in India. And to be very honest, my journey has been a very enriching one. It has been full of ups and downs, and there have been moments that have been so sad. There have been moments that have been so happy. But then, yeah, at the end of the day, what matters is have you really gained something out of your journey? And definitely, IIM is one of those things. And coming to IIM Lucknow specifically, so like I would want to talk about the people that I've met here and the whole lot of things that happen here. So here you actually meet people who have done their best in all walks of life. So you really get to know a lot of things about how different people see at things. You get to know their perspective. So yes, it definitely has been a very enriching one, and I wouldn't undo it in any way. So yeah, it has been a really great one.
Amazing. And how life has changed for you overall now after joining IIM?
So recognition is definitely one of the things that I would say. Suddenly people start recognizing you and people come to you for mentoring and all other things. You know, they want your guidance. But it's not only just about that. It's basically how you grow as a person as well. So for me, I would say that this journey has helped me in growing more. It has helped me in unleashing my own potential. I never knew that there were things that I could do so well. And it has helped me build this new side of mine, to discover this new side of mine. So, yeah, it has really helped me a lot.
Surely, and also that the motto of IIM Lucknow is better management for a better nation, and it somewhere reflects from your words. So that's really great. And of course, getting into IIM must have a different journey altogether, as you said. So we would really like to hear more about your CAT preparation days. How many hours you devoted to CAT every day, your study strategy, and all those things.
Sure. So actually, while I was preparing for CAT, I was also working at Deloitte. And to be very honest, it was really difficult to juggle between work and study as well. But then I kind of managed, I had workarounds for it. So I had joined a few classes here and there as well. Now, classes was essentially only to better ensure that I'm managing my time. It's just a driving factor that, okay, yeah, you have gone to the classes, now you need to study those things. So to give a very detailed view about my preparation method. So every weekend, I used to go to these classes and I used to give a mock. I had this habit of giving one mock every weekend since the day I start preparing. Even though I wasn't really thorough with my portion, but then I still used to give these mocks. And on weekdays as well. So once I was back home from my work day, it was difficult, but I tried giving in at least 1 or 2 hours daily, even after work on weekdays, to my preparation for CAT. And yeah, and then post that, getting into mocks and all was the key for acing the preparation.
I mean, you have really so nicely, and then getting into IIM is really a big deal. Going back, you have done your BTech in Electronics Engineering from VJTI, which is again one of the well-known and reputed colleges. So, what made you choose to pursue MBA after that and not the core engineering?
And to be very honest, MBA was not really in my cards when I was in college. When I was in college, all I really wanted to do was coding. I did my BTech in electronics, but then I wasn't really attracted to it. So, like, I thought that coding was my calling. But then when I was working in Deloitte, it is then that I kind of realized that. So I was a developer there, knowing the business perspective of things. Like I was given a piece of code to be written. I used to do that, but then I did not know that why I'm doing that. What is the greater impact that my work is going to make? So, in order to understand that business perspective, I thought that MBA is something that I would want to do. And ultimately, somewhere or the other, I was really passionate about getting into product management. So again, that is one of the things that I felt that MBA would be a stepping stone towards product management for me.
Now that sounds, like a very calculated decision what you have taken. So that's great. As you said right now, you were a front-end developer in Deloitte, and you were also finalist in Smart India Hackathon. So, what coding or programming tips you would like to give to our viewers who are inquisitive about learning? From where to start, to what all skills to acquire?
I think for getting into programming and coding, one should really have the willingness to do. So, practice is essentially the key to learn coding. And there are like a lot of platforms right now which have opened up, HackerRank, Geek for Geeks, and whatnot. I mean, I remember during my college days, I really used to practice on these websites. Like, take a random puzzle or a problem statement and just try and solve it. And also, actually, I have been very fortunate enough to have a very good network of friends from the computer science background. So somewhere or the other, they used to tell me that, okay, you need to structure your thoughts, you need to understand data structures in a better way to be able to solve problems. So I would say that somewhere or the other, even they helped me. So having a good network will also help you in sailing through all these programming contests and being better at it.
That's really motivating. And getting advice from seniors always, feels like a bonus for all juniors like us. So that's great. Tell us more about your interview experience while applying institutes in MBA for MBA.
Sure. So to be very honest, when I had given CAT, I had not expected that I would get interview calls for all of these IIMs. But then once I had got them, there was no turning back for me. Like I had thought that, okay, this is my last chance to convert it. So actually, and just as I mentioned, I was working in Deloitte when all of this was happening. So it was kind of really difficult to juggle with work and with these applications. But then I think what really helped me navigate through it easily was that I had the right frame of mind. So somewhere or the other, I was convinced that why do I want to do an MBA? So writing SOPs wasn't really a lot of a big task for me because I knew what I was doing. So to everyone out there, I would just say that first convince yourself on that why MBA question, and then only you will be able to convince the interviewers. And also reviewing your answers, taking help from seniors, taking help from random. Like I remember during my application time, I had literally messaged every person on. I mean, a lot of people on LinkedIn, and I had tried to gain their perspective on my SOP as well. I had reached out to a lot of seniors as well, friends of friends, and I had done a lot of iterations on my answers. So I think being well prepared is something that is really important. And that essentially helps you in acing these interviews and the application process.
And what other tips would you like to give apart from this?
Sure. So apart from this, I would say be prepared. So apart from this, for the application process and as well as for the interview process, be very thorough with your CV, be thorough with your hobbies, with your current affairs. So I had actually divided my entire preparation into a few parts. namely, like I should know everything about my history, my college history, my the city that I'm living in. So history should be very clear. Secondly, current affairs should be very clear. You should be knowing what's going on. So I was also reading a lot of blogs and newspaper articles for it, wherein I was trying to frame opinions on various issues. So this is again a key aspect. Thirdly, you should be very thorough with your CV, with your resume. You should be knowing in and out what you have done, and you should really be prepared for it. So yeah, and also if you are working, then work ethic is the key. I mean, you should know why you're doing, what you're doing, how you're doing. So yeah, preparing on these lines would help.
Really very useful tips you have given to our viewers, and thanks a lot for those actually. So yeah, our viewers would definitely love to know about your internship experiences so far. You have worked in BARC, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, Deloitte, Unilever. What were your roles in each of them, and what all things you have learned which helped you to sharpen your skills and your personality? Because I'm sure internship matters a lot when we are freshers, and it really helps us. So yeah.
Sure, definitely, yes. So during internships, you're actually exposed to the real world problems. So yes, internship definitely does matter. And also, also regarding the BARC thing, I think I won't be able to disclose things about that because it is a bit of confidential thing. But yeah, coming to Deloitte and Unilever experience. So at Deloitte, I was working as a web developer, and at Unilever, I was a summer intern in their technology department. I have been really fortunate to have a very good support system at work as well. I have always got very supportive managers, peers, and I really have learned a lot from them. So one of the important things that I've learned from them is to dive deep into problem statements. Essentially, what we tend to do is that we do not look at the problem at hand in a futuristic approach. Like we really need to understand that how is this problem going to help people and what is its impact. Another thing is diligency is something which is very important, and that's another thing that I've learned from my managers. They have always encouraged me to be diligent towards work because that is the key to success. And also at Unilever, talking about Unilever and Deloitte experiences, I am really fortunate because I have always been given this autonomy to do things. I have always been encouraged to raise my opinions. So that is another important thing that I want to convey to the people out there, that communication is really problems, real world problems. You need to communicate between different teams, and so that is why try and improve on your communication skills as much as you can while you are in college or in other any other way. Because this is something which I feel that somewhere or the other we kind of it's underrated, and everybody thinks that communication is something which is like you just get it, but no, don't just get it. You need to practice for it. So yeah, these will be my key learnings of these internships.
So I think whatever I've heard from you, it must have been a very great experience for you, surely. And about the communication skills, as you said, of course, like it helps us, to strongly keep our perspectives with the people. So coming to our last question for today, there are many students watching us who are from tier two, and so what advice and tips would you like to give to them?
Sure. I think it would not be just for tier two, tier three people, but then probably what I'm going to say may be applicable for a lot of people out there. There are two things. Hang in there. Like whatever is the state that you are in, things might not be working out, and you must be feeling that okay, no, this is not what I wanted to do, or I'm not getting that dream college, that dream job. Just hang in there. It is going to happen. Maybe it won't happen like just right now or like just tomorrow, but it will happen somewhere down the line. And ultimately, you are going to connect the dots. I mean, this is something which I have really felt in my life. I had never really planned for anything, but then things just happened. And it is now that when I look back in my life, like all of my engineering college activities, be it my experiences at Deloitte, be it my experiences at IIM Lucknow till now, all of them have somewhere circled back. And like right now, I understand that, okay, where my real end goal is. So it's okay if you're not able to figure out what your end goal is, just hang in there. And secondly, be really very diligent. Like I feel that luck does matter somewhere or the other, but then if you are really diligent and hardworking towards your goal, I think that can overpower luck. So that is definitely one of the important things. And also, while we are running in this entire rat race of achieving our dreams and everything, don't just forget to stop by and also build a strong network of friends and people in general. Because I have felt that ultimately it's this network of friends only that has really helped me in pushing where I am today. So this is something really very important.
Amazing. Thanks a lot. Also, any bonus tips you would like to give to CAT aspirants?
Uh, so tips, just be diligent and don't give up. Like just whenever you feel that, okay, things are not working out now, just remember that why you started it, and it's going to be all right. It's just going to be perfectly fine. If not now, then maybe next year, but it is going to be fine.
Thanks a lot, Savi, to join us today. Like, it's a very great experience to have you here with us. And I'm sure that our purpose of keeping this talk, that is inspiring the youth from the whole nation, is served. So, yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, with this, see you next time with another thrilling interview of an expert. Let me conclude with those three magical words: like, share, and subscribe to Integon Talks.